So, I am gonna go meet up with some friends, and I'm excited about it. Very random. My cousin was just over. Love her. Literally an angel. Her name is Angel, and she is an actual angel, and I love her so much. And every time we get together, we just have these amazing conversations. Beautiful, just human conversations. Real as human conversations. And I'm grateful for her, so it's always nice to see her. And so yeah, my plans afterwards were just to kind of like smoke, which I did, and then just like chill, relax. But the plans have called and God has spoken, and now I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, and I'm excited. My friend Lacey texted me and she was like, "Bitch, we're going to Moe's, pull up." And I was like, you know what, say fucking less. So I'm about to get changed. I do not have clothes right now. I did not do laundry. I should have done laundry, and I will do it in the morning because that was my plan. I have clothes, but I'm like, I don't like any of these things, so I have to. It's not that I don't like them, but I have to piece some things together. So, yeah. That's where I'm at right now.
Still 34,000 needed or not.
That says 19,000. Oh, now it says 0.
One thing about me is I'm gonna make the choice to go out and experience things and learn and make choices and come home and reflect and be able to be aware of the fact that I did that. Like I stepped out and I went and made choices and I got to come back home safely, and I thank God for that. Gratitude, compassion, that is just where I'm at. Yeah, I have my rebel like energy and my, hard bad bitch energy, but at the end of the day, like, I'm a loving person and I can be both. You can be both. Meet in the middle, dance all night.
Tempo good if you like. Tempo good if you.
Duality, yin and yang. That's what is like so cool. So heavy on the balance.
Tempo good if you like. 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 Tempo good
I'm that bitch, still that bitch. I'm that bitch, I've been that bitch. I'm that bitch,
my
still
body.
that bitch.
I've definitely been going through a lot of transitional moments in my life right now. It's interesting how cutting off my hair is what would be such a pivotal point in this transition. And through these transitions, like the moment that happened, everything unfolded. And I think when I reflect and I put myself where I am right now, I've just been living and doing spontaneous things because of change. And this change is so interesting because it's personal. And so when I'm going through something so personal, then I step out and I become collectively involved, communally involved. It's like this crazy experience where I recognize like what I'm going through is what I'm going through. It applies to nobody. And then I share other perspectives, and I'm listening, and I'm hearing other people's words, and they're sharing their experiences and their perspectives. It's just beautiful, is what community and what building community is. It's just a daily practice. Some days I don't even want to practice, and you don't have to, right? That's part of it being a daily practice, is some days you're not going to want to. Some days you're just going to want to fuck off and horse around and do fucking fuck shit or nothing. It's like, it's just day by day. But, you know, the more days go on and the more lessons you learn and the more you're, you know, practicing, your perspective changes, and it's like a whole different scenario, and what you're thinking now isn't even going to apply, or it will in some ways. It is what it is. So I digress, and I just recognize that I'm just going with the flow. It's like a crazy existence, and we're just all out here making choices and doing things that are different and yet so similar. We're just all on this floating rock, experiencing life and trying to find meaning and purpose, make memories, meet people. And then there's habits, and there's, you know, performances. There's just so many things that are collectively being shared, but yet we're so complex in our own individual lives. But what I'm finding out is that opening up communication is ultimately only what it's about, because there really is no right or wrong. It's just everyone's perspectives and opinions in life. But when you communicate them and just have this happy medium of you're sharing your experience and perspective, and vice versa, I'm doing the same, and I'm just listening to you and I'm hearing you, and I'm like, oh wow, like this is your experience, like that's all that I can do. And when you approach it in that way, I don't know, it takes away the judgment. It takes away the idea that you want to, you know, change someone's mind, or you want to make someone kind of hear your perspective in a way that almost makes them have to like believe that it's theirs. It's like, that's not the point. It shouldn't be. We should be different. We should be having different experiences. And the point of it is, like, for me, is like really coming together as a collective, no matter who I'm with in the room, and just speaking and being like, what's up? How are you? And if you're bad, if you're not feeling great, say that. Lately, I've been doing that. Like, I have not been in the best place. I guess I would say that, especially in the beginning parts of these past 2 weeks, I wasn't really in a great space, just in a down space, and I was open about it, you know? Not to like crazy extents, depending on the scenario, but regardless, you know, you see people around and you're like, how are you? And you're like, oh, I'm good. And then you just continue on. And the majority of the time, we're not good. Even if we're not bad, it's like, we're not just good. What else can you say? And I guess that's what I'm trying to express, is that I'm practicing that and just like acknowledging that. And it's gotten me to some cool experiences. Like I said, it's felt like a year the past 2 weeks, because of just the fact that I'm just doing things that I wouldn't do. And so I just want to keep taking it steps further and not feeling judgmental through the entire experience. I digress. I am. And that is all that I can say. The conversations I've been having lately with people have inspired me, have just really helped me appreciate that idea that I'm just one of 8 billion. And no matter who I talk to, we can always come to a happy medium of just the fact that like we're sharing this moment together. Right or wrong, indifferences, like we're just here, and that's cool and that's powerful in itself. And whether we walk away and never speak again, or we, no matter what it looks like in the future, right now we had this conversation. And that is something to appreciate. And that is always what presence is about, is when you're really spiraling, or you're in these moments where you're feeling like you're in a pit, or you're not feeling your best, or you're in a state of grieving, like that's okay. And it's okay to show that. And being hidden from that is, for me, just forbidding so much of myself. It's just, I'm an expressive person. That's my nature, is being expressive and artistic and open and vulnerable and sharing, and not being afraid to cry, or not being afraid to laugh, not being afraid to be upset, not being afraid to make choices for myself based on just my presence and what that looks like for me in those times and moments. So I am, period. And you can't deny that. Like, you can't deny the fact that there is that balance of yin and yang and good and bad. And, no matter where you are, what spectrum, what side, there's always that opposite. And so I lean a lot of times, especially during the hard times, stress, anxiety, depression, social pressures, just life. It gets tough. And that is so true. And there is nothing scary or wrong with that, if that's how you want to look at it. But if it does make you feel those feelings and accept them, and be open and share that you're feeling a type of way about things, regardless, don't be afraid. Someone out there is totally on the same page, and if they're not, they could have so many new words for you, and it just changes your perspective, and it just helps you grow. We all want to grow, we all want to evolve, we all want to be a part of evolution. This is what that is human evolution. We want to be a part of the history. And so be open and be honest and be compassionate. It's within all of us, and the more we lean into it, the more we can just like be there for one another in a more deep way, more so than like the flesh, like, because that is just like such a small part. It's the soul. And when we're open and we're just expressive and we tap into that creative energy that we have, what God wants us to do in the sense of expressing ourselves, working through expression and compassion and want and desire, that is like positively influenced. That's so important. But it's day to day, and it is day to day, and that is cool. That is what it is. So I digress, and I keep on going. But for now, I've gotten what I wanted out of my chest, off of my chest, and I'm ready to just relax and get ready to rest. So I hope you do the same, and world peace.